I grew up in Stony Creek. I grew up on Passmore behind the Stony Creek Dairy, and I went to the Stony Creek United Church. For the first 10-12 years, Mom and Dad always came with us. Mrs. Crozier was the teacher for the Sunday school, and we actually had a large enough auditorium where we actually had our own little Sunday school church before we went off to the different classrooms, and she made it really lots of fun and learned a lot. Really at that age didn't quite understand God per se and faith, but knew that it was a good place to be and that people cared about us. And at around 13, 14, parents stopped going. They just decided, like one day it's like, are we going to church? Nope, you guys can go. Okay. So we got ourselves together and walked up and went. After that, you know, we kept going for a while, and then I had aged out of Sunday school. And adult church was no fun, so I didn't go. I'm the oldest. I wasn't getting up, so the other ones weren't going. That was it. I don't know if I lost faith so much, but I just kind of drifted away from it, wasn't really praying or practicing at all. Then my parents split up when I was 16, and I had to grow up because I went to live with my dad. My brother came with us, so now at 16 I was responsible for the household and doing the groceries and all that stuff. So trying to go to school and do everything else, church just wasn't on the plate. And it wasn't actually until I had kids. My husband didn't want to go to church, so I started going back to church. Felt the connection with everybody, and certainly the first few services I went to, I thought that God was talking to me. I cried through all of them, and knew I had to come home. But unfortunately, things didn't go well with Greg and I drifted away again. When my son James met Melissa, he wasn't really looking for anybody, but he saw Melissa in school and asked her out. She said no. And she said no for about 6 weeks. And then I actually gave her a ride to a babysitting job so that she met me. And it was just a short little drive, but after that she decided she would go out with James. Right at the very beginning, Melissa said, I'm a Christian, and if you are not, we're not going anywhere. James said, nope, that's not a problem with me. I'll give it a go, because he was like, I'm convinced it was love on first sight. Anyways, so he started dating Melissa, and they came to me and said, Mom, we're looking for a church. So the next week we went to Shane, because I had heard a lot of good things about Shane from a lot of people, and went there, and again, God was speaking to me. Cried through the whole service, and everybody, as soon as we got up to leave, people were like, hi, yeah, how are you? Where'd you come from? We're glad you're here. Will you come back? We'd like you to come back. And we've got, this. So we stayed and cried through about a month and a half of services. James was doing a lot of growing at that point in time, which was awesome. During the time at Shane, he was talking with Pastor Steve, trying to figure out where he was going with his faith. And James is now becoming a minister. He's in his internship right now, and this is all from meeting Melissa. I've got 3 grandchildren, and through all of that, it's faith again, like prayer, prayer, prayer. Abby was born with 5 holes in her heart. It was just like, your heart stops when you're told that. But she is the healthiest thing. She's all over the place. She's doing awesome. My grandson Sammy, unfortunately, was diagnosed with autism in January, and I'm not sure if it's an unfortunate thing at all, actually, because he is doing fantastic. You know, he's 4 years old. He's not talking, but he is verbalizing. He's toilet trained. He can dress himself. And God has given us this special child. He is pure love. He is always happy to see you. And now we get hugs and kisses. He interacts with us. And it's amazing. It's just amazing. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of it is James and Melissa, but the most of it, we all believe, is that God is guiding all of us on how we can help Sam become that special person that he is. And little Lydia, my gosh, she's healthy. She's happy. We lost baby 3, which was very, very difficult. I really questioned my faith at that point in time. I couldn't understand why. Why would that happen? I don't know why. But I do believe. I'm sorry. I do believe that little Rachel Ann is waiting for me, and I'm going to meet her. I talk to God all the time in my head, and you know, does he answer me? Yes, he does. Does he take care of me? Yes, he does. He will provide. He will provide. He's taking care of my grandchildren. He's given my son the path for his life. Do I pray and ask for stuff? Oh yeah, I do. Do I expect an answer? Yes, I do. When I get the answer or I get that help, it's like, thank you, Lord. I know you did that for me, and you're awesome. Just awesome. I have a problem, I give it to God. I don't worry about it. I just pray that he's going to help me, help take care of it, help me find the answer. And it goes like that. Whenever I am down, I go to Psalms. And I have Psalm 23. I had a friend do it in calligraphy, and it's at the top of my bed. So I read that several times a day when I go into my bedroom, and it's so true for me, you know. He's there, he's taking care of me, he's given me my green pasture. I have a beautiful life. And when I have worries, I think of him and give it to God, and it's, you know, all the days of my life, right? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, thy comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.